You Americans love to spend tomorrow's money. And the other people's money, maybe. Or maybe the children's money. We Chinese love to save money. We are probably the largest country, the safe deposit in the whole world. Because we've been poor for so many years. When we make money, we put it in the banks. Because someday we know the disaster is coming, so we can spend the money. So when the economy is bad, we still have the money to spend. You guys probably don't. You worry. And the second thing is that China been focusing on developing for the past 30 years. China government so strong on investment, so strong on exporting, but they are too weak on the domestic consumptions. Domestic consumption is not driven by government, it's driven by entrepreneurship, driven by the market, not the government. So in the past 20 years, government is so strong. Now they get weak. It's our opportunity. It's our showtime to see the market economy, entrepreneurship, how we can develop the real consumption. I think if the China developed the great consumption, we have a 300 million middle class. In next 15 to 20 years, we're going to have 500 million middle class. We need to import a lot. So when we start to import, that's a great. I worry a lot when we export. When we export, we got a terrible sky, we have a terrible water, we have a terrible environment. When we start to import, we got to be better. So that's all the great opportunity, guys. Be happy about that. I'm serious.
I agree with that.
I'm serious. Yeah.
2000, when the internet was starting to boom in China, a friend told me that there's a company trying to go global from an apartment in Hangzhou.
18 years ago, in my apartment, I told the 18 founders that one day we will build up a site. That site will be the top 10 sites of the world. Very few people believe that we will make it happen.
Jack's greatest strength is bringing together ordinary people to do these incredible things that they never thought was possible.
Most of my colleagues at 18 founders, they were my students, my friends. None of them are very successful. Among the 18 people, there are only 3 people who know something about computer.
Being first in China was a key. You've got to remember there was not a great infrastructure for even the telephone.
When Alibaba got started and when I joined the company, trying to sell businesses in China, the internet, was like trying to sell magic beans to someone. I mean, they couldn't see it, they couldn't touch it, and here was this guy, this kind of interesting-looking English teacher, coming door to door to try and tell people they should spend their money, several thousands of dollars, to put their company on this thing called the internet.
What it really was an opportunity for corporations, really, in other parts of the world to try to source manufacturing in China via the web.
In the past 18 years, when I do internet in China, we got a criticism every day. Something when you believe it, a lot of people criticize it. But if you really believe it, continue to do it, improve it.